Hi everybody, my name is Zachary Witzel and this is my level that I created for my project in Portfolio 2. This all started out with block mesh in a previous class and we kind of used it all to migrate in assets, and we were also given assets for the project as well. But this is the level that I created, and it was also a persistent level, so it was connected to other players' levels as well. So that's where we came from, and we come out here into a simple little campground with a nice tree and some nice visuals, and I use some leading lines with the terrain to lead the player up to where they need to start jumping into the temple area. I also created this little path right here just so they can go over and explore the river and just get a little view before they get into all of it. Just create a little area of respite and rest for them from coming from the other level. So as we jump up, I just want to note I did create a blueprint that teleports the player back here in case they fall, and they'll jump up, and anywhere the player can fall, I created check or respawn points that aren't too far away from where they fell. And this kind of level was very inspired by, I love puzzle mechanics, and from games like God of War and Tomb Raider, so I was really inspired to create some cool puzzles for the players to solve, and using teaching techniques to build the player up to more advanced portions of that puzzle. So we do jump down into a valve so they can't get back up to the starting area. We have some leading lines just with the terrain again that lead us right into this, naturally into this temple. My inspiration for this temple was from a real life temple that is carved into the mountain, so I really kind of used that to create this temple. And as you can see, this is our first of the puzzles. As you can see, the color of the levers, it corresponds to the color of the doors, and then the lights above it will indicate what color of light will shine down when pulling it. And the goal of the puzzle is to shine the same light color as the color of the door. So for this, we get a ruby for combining that, and then we take it up a notch and we kind of show the player that, oh well, there's not that color to do it, so let's pull both of them, and it teaches the player that they can combine colors to create yellow light. So I really wanted to use that as a teaching moment for them, because we're about to, later on, we're going to get into a more advanced light puzzle for them. So I love this area here because the vastness of it just makes the player feel like they're just in this huge area, but you know, it is a reasonable amount of, it's not too big for as far as playing area for the player to go. I created leading lines using the debris to really push the player this way, but I will show you for the more exploratory players that they can go back here, and I just wanted to showcase my use of side paths for players to go around and just get some extra rewards for taking the time to explore all the work I've done. So they can just walk around here. It's pretty simple back here, but it's just a way for the player to get some additional rewards and collectibles. So I'm just going to jump up here. See more of our jumping mechanics. And as they jump back down, they'll just be spit back out right here where our leading lines would have just led us through this area, up on top of this broken obelisk. And I love this right here because there are leading lines used by the hands here and the lighting just to kind of push the player towards the golden path. Again, a more exploratory character or player can go back here and be rewarded by a nice view of and a view of prospect of where to go and what they can expect to see in the future, and also be rewarded for their time and get a collectible out of it. But players can also just go this way, which is the golden path here, and come up. I really love this I love the view in here. I think this is a really cool area, and this mechanism right here is going to use that gem that we got, and I just love the view. I was really proud of this blueprint and how it all worked together to um, create that little beam of light that looks like it came from that one and went into the ruby and went over there, so I love that. And we're going to go into the secret passage and jump down into another valve and get another reward for getting this far. Now we're kind of in the tombs, and this is where we're going to get into that more advanced light puzzle. So I really love this because there's only one solution, but maybe at first it appears that there might be more. So just going based off what the character or what the player got from its initial puzzles, they know that the color of the door matches the color of the levers, so white and white, they can kind of see that they need to make white light. Well, how do you do that? Well, someone might think, well, you can use the secondary colors of magenta, cyan, and yellow, but the yellow's broken, so now what? So and there's no red, so you can't use the three primary colors of green, red, and blue. So what are they going to do? So there's really only one solution, and they're going to use the combination of combining colors, which is technically already done for them. So they use the magenta, so they just need to deduce that that's red and blue already mixed together, and then using the final green color to combine all of the colors needed to make white. And down here we go into our jumping puzzle, and as you can see, just naturally from the pillars themselves create leading lines. Well, you can see the door across that you need to get through, but just the natural, your eyes are drawn up by the pillars in the middle, draw you up over there to see the lever that you need to pull. So players are just going to jump up, and if they do fall, they can just jump back up there and try again. And they are rewarded with a collectible for getting this far. I love this next lever because we're going to see a sequence here. It's going to pull us over and show us exactly what that lever did, and gives us a view into the treasure room that we're about to see. Again, we'll just jump back down here, and again, if they fall, they can get back up and try again. And I love the treasure room. I love the lighting of it and everything. I think it looks really cool with the lighting and the blade of Divinity. It wasn't intentional, but a fellow classmate pointed out that the textures of the rocks made it look like hands coming out, very godlike, and I agreed. And I had already called the blade, the sword in the middle, the blade of Divinity, so it really just kind of played well with each other, so I thought that was pretty cool to think of. And so we go up here and we collect this. This is my favorite, one of my favorite things in this whole level, but I'm very proud of this sequence that's going to happen because it uses shaking to make it look like when the door slams shut from collecting the thing, it shakes down all the gold piles and exposes this lever here, which is going to act as a secret exit into a cave, which I love these leading lines that are, or breadcrumbs even, of natural lighting coming through the cave that really makes a beautiful visual with the water and asset as we jump up. And I love the view that I created on this level as we come out of this cave. We see an area of prospect again and refuge, as we just really get a nice view of the other levels and from the other designers in my class, and we can even kind of see where we came from in our little campsite down there. So it's pretty cool. And then this is just the end transition that's going to transition us into the next player's level. So that's really all that this cave purposed. So as we come around here, all of that is just going to be part of the next player's level. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.